Good morning and welcome to Saturday, April 11th, 2020. And today's devotion is titled, Our Attitude Towards the Lord's Coming. And we'll be reading out of the book of Mark, chapter 13, verses 35 and 36. And it reads, Watch ye therefore, for ye not know when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. Most of the pastors that I know consider themselves on call 24/7. That means the pastor may get a phone call or a message at any time of the day or night, any day of the week, any week of the year, and he is expected to respond in a timely manner. Whether it be an emergency, the death of a church member, or a person in crisis, most pastors are always accessible. New Liberty Baptist Church's former pastor, Brother Ken Ashlock, served as chaplain for the Garland Police Department for 56 years and knew something about being on call. Since his homegoing, I've been able to experience firsthand the practice of being on call as police chaplain. For me, it means keeping my phone always within reach. While I sleep, my phone is at my bedside with my ringer turned on, and I have appropriate clothes and shoes I can quickly put on and be out the front door within minutes. It also means I must always remain alert, vigilant, and fit for whatever call may come. Some ministry can be planned, but crises which significantly impact people are never planned. Since God's children do not know when Jesus will return, he told his followers to remain ready at all times. Like servants of a house who do not know what time their master will return, God's children must stay actively engaged in obedient work until the time comes for them to be called home. They cannot take a chance of being caught unaware, sleeping, or disobedient at his coming. And our final thought is, always be ready to meet Jesus. I think a lot of us experience this as children when if our parents leave for a couple hours and they say, when I get home, make sure your room is clean. And of course, you want to respect your parents, so you make sure you've got everything in top-notch shape so when they get home, it's ready. But sometimes parents, not that they do it deliberately, but maybe sometimes they do, they don't show up when they say they're going to. They may show up earlier. And you don't want to get caught having a party or messing around in the house expecting your parents to come later. And I think so many times us as Christians, we live our lifestyle thinking, you know what, Jesus isn't going to come. I've got plenty of time to do what I want to do, and then I'll do what I need to do. But that's not the way life works. How many people do you hear about on the news that were suddenly taken away from us in a car accident, or a sudden heart attack, or some tragic incident that just happens instantly without warning? Far too often that does happen. But so many young people especially live a life in a mindset of, well, it's not going to happen to me. I'm just going to party and live the way I want to live now. I'll worry about getting my life right with the Lord later. But not always does later come. So we always need to be ready. Live every moment of your life as if it's the last moment before the Lord returns, or he calls you home, or some other thing happens in which the Lord calls upon you to react appropriately. So that's the way we should live our lives, constantly being on the watch. The New Testament tells us, always be looking for the Lord's return. Seek the Lord. And you don't want to get caught unaware or unprepared, or acting in a disobedient manner. So a little life lesson there in the devotion, but I think it's a wonderful one, especially in these times that we live in. Times are so uncertain. We have no idea what tomorrow's going to bring. Laws are changing. Society is changing. People's outlooks on things are changing at a constant, rapid pace. But if you focus on the Lord, all the other things are inconsequential. So thanks for joining me today. I'll let you go. You have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless. And we'll see you all tomorrow, which is Sunday, Easter. Have a great one. Bye-bye.